Yeah, it's going to be another hot day. We have more heat advisories in effect until 8 o'clock this evening. Not for everybody, for most everybody, though. This does not include Houston and Trinity counties, but again, it includes most of East Texas. This again goes until 8 o'clock. We'll probably get some more because the heat is expected to continue all the way through the end of this week and eventually taper off by the weekend. I am tracking some cooler temperatures briefly into the end of the weekend, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But for today, likely to feel anywhere between about 103 to 106 degrees. We need to be at least 105 for at least 3 hours for our heat index values. We'll see if we get to that number. The models have been trending a little bit cooler, but still a good idea to take precaution just in case. Here's the lunchtime forecast heat index temperatures right now. Temperatures in the low to mid 90s, feeling like, I should say, in the low to mid 90s, maybe even some upper 90s across some of our northern parts of the area. By around 4 o'clock or so, we're likely feeling like 102 in Tyler, 101, or I should say 102 for Jacksonville, 101s for Nacogdoches, Lufkin, Henderson, and some of our deep East Texas locations. So not quite reaching those levels to get a heat advisory, but we'll just kind of have to keep an eye on those numbers just in case. We have continued that weather impact alert all the way through Friday. We're still expecting some pretty toasty temperatures, and they could also increase day by day as well. I think Friday will probably be the hottest day in our forecast as that ridge of high pressure that's associated with this heat moves just a little bit closer before it retreats off to the west, and that's where we'll see a little bit of a cool down. So in the meantime, make sure to drink your water. Make sure you're finding multiple ways of staying cool. Here's what I'm talking about here. 100 for tomorrow, 102 for Friday. Again, this will likely be the hottest day in our forecast. We should be at 96, and we'll likely drop just below those levels as we go into Sunday. There is a cold front on the way that could also spark a little bit of a chance for rain, and I do think things will start to basically level off in the low to mid 90s for the next several days after that. So as this ridge retreats off to the west, it takes the heat along with it and allows this cold front to come through. It's not much of a cold front. It's a summertime cold front. So we're talking, again, like we were kind of talking about earlier, temperatures in the low 90s versus the upper 90s and triple digits. We'll notice a difference. And of course, again, there will be a little bit of a chance for rain as well. And it's that same boundary that will actually be draped off to the north and east as we get into tomorrow. And that could also bring us the chance for a few isolated showers for our northeastern counties. And then we go into Friday. I think things should stay pretty dry, but we'll start to notice some signs of that cold front moving through. We can see this band of clouds just ahead of that cold front. And what happens ahead of a cold front is what's called compressional warming. All the air basically ahead of that cold front squeezes together and warms up. So we'll likely see some hotter temperatures for Friday with temperatures in the upper 90s and anywhere between about 100 to maybe 102 degrees for high temperatures. The rain will fall over the next 7 days. A lot of the rain could be over some of our southeastern counties. You can see up to about maybe a quarter of an inch, half an inch. And then this takes into account here our chance for rain on Thursday. So 98 for the high today. South breeze 5 to 10 miles per hour under a mostly sunny sky. Our weather impact alert continues until Friday before tapering off on Saturday as those temperatures cool down into the low to mid 90s, and we look to level off around 97 degrees or so on Monday and Tuesday.